Hey, happy Sunday and good morning. Wow, that was loud. And again, the mistakes are free. Good morning, happy Sunday, happy heavy early Sunday. Yes, and welcome to another Van Halen tribute. Yes, yeah, yeah. Eddie passed away October, um, and of course his birthday anniversary, where he would have been 66 this week. Cheers to Eddie. Coffee, yes, morning coffee. Um, what else can be said about Eddie? I think a lot of people now, as some time has passed since he passed away, are now realizing the brilliance and genius that he was. I think when he was, I hate to say it, but I think when he was alive, and some of his excesses and a lot of fighting, Sammy and Dave and Michael Anthony, may have put him in kind of a bad light, but now that everyone's kind of made their peace with everything, I think we've all can say that he is the king. And nothing else will blow the world apart in guitar like he has. I can't see it. I can't see anything being that fresh again. You know, some of those riffs. I mean, that was the entire first album I just played. Parts of the songs, of course, but yeah, this guy right here, and I just realized, I think every guitar player around my age that was alive in 1978 um, went out and bought the vinyl, because '78 vinyl was still big, right? I mean, hadn't gotten into cassette world like the '80s were kind of a cassette world, and then we, got into CDs, and then, but I think we all had this copy, and it's not bad shape, but it does say 1978 on here. This was it. This was our Sergeant Pepper, or whatever you want to call it. And I don't. This doesn't get seen too often. Is the four sweaty pictures of our boys here. Eddie not really looking like Eddie. Michael Anthony not really looking like Michael Anthony. But yeah, and a lot of just before we talk about guitar stuff, as this is a guitar show, Alex, little in the shadow, don't you think? But phenomenal drummer. This guy was like way. I mean, unfortunately for him, the guitar parts really kind of overshadow this. But I mean, incredibly tight. I mean, if you listen to some stuff like, Lost Control on Van Halen 2, I'm sorry, Women and Children First. God, losing my mind. Um, just so tight. I mean, I don't think any rhythm section could play that kind of boogie woogie tightness. Even some of the stuff on like on Fire and stuff like that on the first album. Uh, Brothers who grew up together, playing together in the house. That's all I can say that maybe developed that sound. But man, was it ever huge! And every member of the band had an integral part. I know there's lots of controversy out there who was better, Sammy or Dave. Um, Dave, no one can replace Dave. I think Sammy knew that. Sammy, of course, was I'm in my opinion, more superior singer, of course, superior songwriter. But it's all Ed. Let's just say that when you talk about the Sammy era, Dave era, Gary Sharon era, it's all Ed, man. It's all Ed. And the thing about Eddie Van Halen is he and I'm not the first one to say this. I've said it, heard it in like a few tributes now, but I kind of thought of it when he passed away. All his rival or contemporary peers, like he was the first that blew the world apart, so he kind of gets crowned king. But then comes Satriani, Vai, Yngwie Malmsteen, gaggles of others of the '80s guys like George Lynch and Warren DeMartini and all the other people that were like kind of considered like the hair metal and out of control guitar playing kind of thing. Um, the big ones, Vai, Satriani, and Malmsteen, really mostly just big time music fans and guitar players really know those names. I mean, Van Halen. Everybody knew Van Halen. My mother knew who Van Halen was, so your grandmother probably knows who Van Halen was. But it's just because the songs were cool. He never ever made a solo album, even though Van Halen 3 with Gary Sharon, people can kind of consider that Eddie's solo album because he played a lot of I think he played a lot of the bass and he played some drums on some of that album. So it's kind of a solo work with a different singer type thing. And he sang one song. We'll forgive him for that one on Van Halen 3. But yeah, he just never did an instrumental solo album. Not really many instrumental songs, even though every song could have been a superior instrumental on how well they put the music together. But all his other guys were all instrumental guitarists, and dabbled in vocals here and there with Satriani, and you know Malmsteen always had a singer. Steve Vai played in some bands, but really he was a solo artist for most of his career. Eddie was a song guy. We know all the Van Halen songs. They were all fun. It was fun music, really fun music. And we love him for it, and it will live on forever. Yeah, and there's not much else I can say in tribute to Mr. Van Halen. A lot of those riffs, if I'm going to wake up the household again. A couple things. I'm on fire for you guitar players out here. I'll give you one out of all the stuff I played just now. And sorry, some of it was a little sketchy because I just threw this together. On fire. Big riff. So first of all, if you're gonna play that riff, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. First of all, when you're playing those chords, play it's E, D, C, D, B. Those are A string root power chords. Play the E string above it, the fifth above, to get that bass, that huge sound. And the little harmonic thing. That's on the sixth fret. Gotta get a sound. Some of that stuff has to be played at full volume. That's a lot of his sound, eh? I mean, a lot of what he became as a guitar player is because of that ferocious, huge Mack truck hitting you in the face guitar sound that was so loud that I heard stories that even when they were playing arenas, they didn't put the guitar and bass in the mix. just vocals, mostly just vocals and drums, because Eddie and Michael Anthony's rigs were so loud coming off the stage that they couldn't put them in the PA. They had a life of their own, and the bars too. He was way too loud in the bars. You know, he was the one who we'd flip the amps around, face the cabinets to the wall. Um, it's because he got his sound that way. Loud Marshalls. Anyways, long live the king. Another tribute I've done about. This is probably my fifth tribute to Eddie. Playing on my Eddie guitar, which is a PV Predator, which is kind of set up that way, and I didn't realize at the time that I kind of tuned this one down and used this as my E flat guitar, but I didn't realize it was white with black pickguard at the time when I didn't. Well, that wasn't intentional, but anyhow, everybody hope they're doing well out there. We're getting through another messy time as usual, but stay strong. I know you've heard it too much, but stay strong. A lot of my students were really hurting this week, and I really felt bad for them because it's almost like enough already, and they know they're starting a new quadmester, and going into another online thing which they don't like, and I feel for the teachers too. They get a lot of complaints about teachers, but hey, they don't know how they're doing either. It's new to them too. So everybody out there, just take a deep breath and hang in there, and watch our live stream this afternoon. Lots of fun stuff. What do we got? We have Cyndi Lauper, classic Cyndi Lauper though. Kaylee sings it so well. Little Elton John, little Billy Joel, and a little Ed Sheeran. Lots of good stuff. No Canadian content, though, unfortunately. We had almost all Canadian content last week. We might be on, I don't know, we're supposed to do an interview with Club Tracks on Sunday night. I don't believe it's been scheduled yet. We might do it. I'm not sure. And Jacob will be on this week. He has an interview with Brant Life about his new single, what's coming out February 15th. And there's a pre-sale coming up on February 1st. Watch our Avalon Music channel and Jacob D'Souza Music for more details on that. You're going to love the song. I'm not just saying that because I'm his dad, but man, it's a good song. Have a good one. Happy Sunday. Happy week. Happy February. February is the month. We're going to get better. Thank you. Good night.